Hey, G Bear, another episode of Homesteading the Desert. Yeah, I'm out here on Super Bowl Sunday and I brought a load of tools out and some manure to mix in with some soil and some fertilizer and some conduits and some flags. And the flags are because I've got another shipping container, another 40-footer coming up this week. And I can use the storage, trust me. I've got a lot of stuff to move, as you can see. I loaded up the trailer, the van is full. I got up here earlier today and I made a little change here. I decided that instead of an 8-foot space in between containers, I'm going to have a 10-foot space. And 10 foot, because that's the standard size of a driveway, that means that I'll be able to back my van right inside here to get it out of the sun in the hot summer days, keep it from cooking off inside, and I'll have a little shade on that. And all of this stuff will get moved to the back end so that I have room to back the van in if I have to. So I got out here today and I fired up the ATV, as you saw it a few seconds ago over there, and I cut it this platform where the new container is going 2 feet wider, and you can see where I raked it out to get a nice grade. And over there on the cart I have my level and my hammer and all of that stuff, because I made this thing perfect. I've got a 1/2 inch drop off this way, so that this one is going to be 6 inches higher than that one. And then everything will cause the rain to run from this side across the new roof that covers the two in between, off that roof over there. And I'm going to have gutters running the whole length on the other side of that container to collect rainwater when the rains come. And I've already got an idea for my garden on how to put it together so to keep the critters out of there, and I can grow my veggies in a protected environment. I won't have to worry about birds, crows, coyotes, ground squirrels, none of that. I'm just hoping that I have no problem with as close as it is to this tree. I'm probably going to have to move that tree, but I don't even know if that one still has life in it. It seems to be still flexible, and we're coming into the springtime now, so this may start showing some blossoms and blooms on it. If it does, it goes right into protection so that those little buggers don't eat all my greens off of it. This one here, I took the wire off, and I took this one side off to give the trucker who's going to be bringing the container in a little bit more room to swing in with that container. And I did the same thing with this one over here. And I may end up having to move these because they'll be in the shade most of the day once the new container comes in. So those bushes over there, anything that's running alongside of the road, I might be able to keep. But when I leave those there, what happens is these little buggers, these desert ground squirrels, end up making tunnels underneath there and making a home. And they're right next to their food. So I don't want to attract them into or give them an easy homestead to get into my plants here. You see over here, here's another one. They dug another hole right there. And they come around here, and you can see this is all fresh movement. They dug under there. And this is all stuff I pulled up from before for out there. So this will all get burnt in the fire pit. And there's just hundreds of little tunnels under all these bushes. They know there's food coming. Now, my protected garden may go there, but I may end up deciding to put it behind my cabin. So when I look out the kitchen window, I'd be looking right at the garden and I can see how things go. The problem with that might be I don't want to block my view because the main road that comes into here is over that way, and I can see everybody who comes up and down the road. I know the neighbors' vehicles, so I can recognize them, and when I see somebody I don't recognize, I just go over there, climb up the stairs with a set of binoculars, and I just keep an eye on them. And most of the time it's just people curious to drive through and see what's going on, maybe speculative buyers for property out this way. No problems, no idiots so far. No wind. My turbine has been sitting still all day long, and it is a beautiful day out here. I'm walking around right now with just shorts and flip-flops. It's coming towards the end of the day. The sun is just about to drop behind the mountains over there, and it is just beautiful out. It's still in the 70s, and I'm just loving this. I worked all day long with just shorts, so that's the way to be. My batteries are all at above 14 volts. Got all the electricity I need even without the turbine running. That might change when I bring a few other items up here. I'm going to be bringing a bigger refrigerator and a microwave and that stuff. Anyway, this is G-Bear out in the desert, Super Bowl Sunday, with another episode closing down. And I'm going to go get some beer and start my chicken stew.